Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's lesson, we'll be focusing on common mistakes people make when using adverbs. Adverbs are incredibly useful, but they can also be tricky. By the end of this video, you'll know how to use them correctly and avoid some common pitfalls. Let's dive in. So what exactly are adverbs? An adverb is a word that modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Here are some examples. For instance, in the sentence "she runs quickly," quickly is the adverb. In "he is very tall," very is the adverb modifying the adjective tall. And finally, in "they arrived quite late," quite is the adverb modifying late. Pretty simple, right? Now let's talk about our first common mistake using adjectives instead of adverbs. For example, saying "she runs quick" is incorrect. The correct way to say it is "she runs quickly." Secondly, saying "he speaks slow" is also incorrect. You should say "he speaks slowly." Let's continue with more examples of this mistake. First, saying "the train arrived late," which is usual, is incorrect. The correct way to say it is "the train arrived late," which is usually the case. And lastly, saying "she did the task good" is incorrect. You should say "she did the task well." Now, let's talk about the second mistake overusing adverbs. For example, "he really very quickly ran to the store" is incorrect because "really" and "very" are redundant. Instead, you can simply say "he ran to the store quickly." Another example is "she totally completely finished the project." Instead, it's better to say "she finished the project." Let's look at a couple more examples of overusing adverbs. First, saying "she is absolutely completely sure about it" is incorrect. The better version is "she's sure about it." Lastly, "they incredibly amazingly solved the problem" is wrong because it's overloaded with unnecessary adverbs. The correct version is "they solved the problem." Next up is a very common mistake: misplacing adverbs in the sentence. For example, "she quickly finished her work and left" is incorrect. Instead, say "she finished her work quickly and left." Another example is "they almost have eaten all the cake." This should be "they have almost eaten all the cake." Let's take a look at two more examples of adverb placement errors. First, saying "he probably will call you tomorrow" is incorrect. The correct version is "he will probably call you tomorrow." Lastly, "we barely could hear the speaker" is incorrect. You should say "we could barely hear the speaker." Now it's time for some practice. Choose the correct form in these sentences. 1. He drives slowly. 2. She sang beautifully. 3. They could barely almost see the horizon. 4. I did good well on the test. Take your time to think through your answers. And feel free to pause the video. Here are the answers to the practice sentences. For the first one, the correct answer is "he drives slowly." Secondly, the correct answer is "she sang beautifully." For the third one, it should be "they could barely see the horizon." And finally, the correct answer is "I did well on the test." To wrap up, remember that adverbs are important but can easily be misused. Make sure you're using them correctly, avoiding unnecessary adverbs, and placing them in the right spot. With a little practice, you'll master it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on improving your English. Thanks for watching.